Well, we actually have to ensure that our staff, when they're asked to work mandatory overtime, comply with the supervisor's request to do that.
When deputies refuse to work mandatory overtime, Denver Sheriff Elias Diggins issued a new policy in June.
Correct.
Take the extra hours or face discipline.
In a situation like ours, when we're almost 200 deputies down, we have to make sure that all of our facilities stay safe and secure.
As of late July, the department was short 180 people. Compared to 2017, there were only 17 openings on average. He says mandatory overtime is helping the agency ensure shifts are covered.
We limit the number of hours any deputy can work overtime, and by doing that, we try to help them to keep a good work-life balance.
Most people who are impacted by mandatory overtime are people who are parents or have family members they have to take care of.
Union President Mike Jackson worries a requirement on overtime will cause burnout and impact safety in the jail.
So you're either going to end up working a 14-hour day or a 16-hour day. And that's when you see a lot of problems inside facilities.
Sheriff Diggins says he knows deputies are tired and he's working to provide some relief by focusing on retention and recruiting.
We're looking at some financial incentives. We're looking at time off incentives for folks that help to bring people on board.
Since at least 2017, the staffing shortage has continued to grow.
It's a very tough job. It's a very stressful job, and they just feel like they want to do something else.
Sheriff Diggins remains confident the positions will be filled and the policy will only be temporary.
And we're going to do everything we can to backfill those positions.
And the city says there are currently 10 open cases for deputies who have refused to work overtime. For closed cases, Sheriff Diggins says those deputies have only needed a conversation with the supervisor. Now, if someone refuses overtime a second time, he or she could see as much as a 10% reduction in pay for up to 2 pay periods, Alex.
Wow, okay, so this isn't the first time overtime has been required, is that correct?
It's not. Sheriff Diggins tells me that when he started at the department 27 years ago, he was also required to work overtime. He tells me he even had to give up one of his off days to do that.
Wow, that's unbelievable. We've talked about how this has, affected so many different industries, and now one of the most important ones to keep our streets safe. So, Kelly, thank you for this.